and it may be Kristaps Porzingis and his health. What's the biggest factor in Game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight, Mego, in the Celtics' victory or the Mavs' key to victory? Is it Porzingis, his health? Is it Jason Tatum bouncing back from a poor shooting start to Games 1 and 2? Is it Kyrie Irving showing up for the first time in the NBA Finals, or Luka Doncic continuing his great play? You can vote at Jones and Mego. How'd you vote?
I voted Jason Tatum. I voted Jason Tatum because even just comparing who he's been shooting this series compared to last series against the Pacers, averaging 30 points per game in the last series, had two 36-point games. In this series, he's about 17 points per game through 2 games. And he's only shooting 31% overall from the entire floor. And I think with the absence of Porzingis, you know, I've seen people today posting, oh, here's Porzingis' plus-minus when he's on the court with the Celtics over the games that he's been in the finals. Here's, you know, the Celtics record with and without him throughout the regular season. I don't know. When I look at this, I see what a big presence Porzingis was in Game 1. And I think Tatum is going to have to make up for some of that and be more of the guy who he was in Indiana, in the Indiana series, I should say. I'm not even saying that he has to be Game 6 Bucks from 2022 or Game 7 Sixers series from 2023. If he can just be the guy he was in the last series, I think that's enough for them to, you know, at least take one in Dallas, if not both.
So, real quick, by voting Tatum and bouncing back and shooting, you don't think they need Porzingis tonight?
I don't think that they need him. I mean, it would, if Tatum can perform, like I said, like he did in the last series. I also don't think they need Tatum to, like, be otherworldly, though, is the point. They just need him to be a better shooter.
Yeah, I don't think they need that much. I don't think the Mavs are that good. They're a 5 seed in the West for a reason. And so I really don't think they need that much. Arcam, what's the key tonight?
I voted for Kyrie Irving, and I think that I agree with a lot of the things that Mego said, but I look at Jason Tatum and him snapping out of it, and that, to me, seems like the difference between winning by 8 and winning by 28. You know, like, if he has a big game, I feel like the Celtics have already shown they can win when he doesn't play well. The Porzingis health thing is another part, sort of like that, too. And maybe I'm just too close to it with the Celtics here, but they're 30-5 without Porzingis. So I don't think that that's the biggest factor either. The big factor is if Kyrie Irving can get off the schneid, because if Porzingis doesn't play and Tatum continues to struggle, then I think that this could really swing back in that direction if you get something out of Kyrie here. I don't think Doncic is going to slow down. I don't think that you're going to see the entire Celtics team sort of fall apart or anything like that, but I do think that the biggest key in terms of a win or a loss in this series swinging one way or the other rests on Kyrie Irving, and I think that that's for what he is and like his career and sort of all that, his redemption arc, that's sort of secondary. I don't really care about that, but I think in terms of this series, that's the biggest factor.
Okay, you can vote at Jones and Mego. You can dial us up 617-779-7937. Here's Kristaps Porzingis on what it would take to get cleared for Game 3 tonight. Again, this is on NBA TV with Jared Greenberg.
If the medical staff goes out and says, listen, you'd be better off not playing, like, what will the emotion be there?
If they say you'll be better off not playing, but you can still play, I'll play.
Right.
It would be, you know, yeah, I'm obviously just doing everything I can to be out there. If I get said like completely no, then it's different. But if there's a small percentage, then you can expect me to be out there.
Okay, we'll see tonight if he's cleared and if the doctors leave it up to him. Is it a pain tolerance issue? If he is out there, how effective is he? I know this is some of the debate going back and forth with the internet doctors. So maybe you vote for Porzingis. A lot of you are voting for Porzingis right now in the big question of the day. To me, I agree with you, Mego. It's Tatum and his shooting. And that's the most simple thing. If Porzingis is out, doesn't matter if Tatum shoots well. If Kyrie has a big game, doesn't matter if Tatum shoots well. Like, I don't think any of those, even Doncic's play, as dominant as he's been, and he was worse in Game 2 than he was in Game 1 because the turnovers really spiked. I know he didn't have a high assist total in Game 1. I think the Mavs missed a lot of shots. I think he played worse in Game 2. But you can overcome a huge effort from Doncic. They've already done it without Tatum playing well. So to me, he's the singular guy. He's the biggest key. They might be able to overcome another poor shooting night from Tatum. They might be able to. But I don't want to find out. I'd like to see Tatum get on track. And for him, if he wants to be NBA Finals MVP, and he doesn't just want to be a passenger en route to a championship, which I kind of think he has been. And when I say passenger, he's not the guy. It's Jaylen Brown. It's Drew Holiday. They're just higher up in the pecking order so far on this team, in my estimation. So if he doesn't want to be remembered as a guy who rode Jalen's coattails or who rode Drew Holiday's coattails coming in for his second championship, you better get on track tonight. And that's why I voted that way.